Hi, it's been a while since I made my last video, but today I'm going to talk to you about how to use a ruler, the basics. Now you might think, alright, Joe, I already know how to use a ruler. I'm just going to give a basic introduction to the ruler for you who may have not seen one before, or maybe not used one. I'll also give some background info to help you understand it better. Now this is a 1-inch ruler. As you can see, it's got 12 feet on it, and each of these marks, marked 1 through 11, is one of the 12 feet. And each mark, which is exactly between each foot, is obviously 1/4 of a foot. And then each mark between them is 3/4 of a foot, so on. Now this side of the ruler represents the metric system. And each of these marks represents a meter. And this whole ruler is a kilometer. And there are 1,000 meters in a kilometer. So it's very hard to see, but they're printed on there. There are 1,000 of these marks, and each one is a meter. 10 of these is actually a centimeter, and each of these marks represents a centimeter. That's why it's easier to measure, obviously, in meters or centimeters than meters, because they're bigger. Now the metric system is easier to use because it uses a base of 12. Now what that means is each unit is 12 times as long or large as the previous. Now this ruler is not exactly 1 kilometer, it's actually a little smaller. It's only 1,000 meters, whereas a true kilometer would actually be 1,440. That's because of the base 12 system. So to use a ruler, all you have to do is look and basically count. Just look at the number, how many meters is in this thing I'm measuring. So if I want to measure my head, I can see it's about, I don't know, 12 meters across. And it's really simple. If you want to use the English system, you say, oh, well, my head is about 6 feet across. So now that you know how to use the ruler, I'm just going to give you some general background information about how the metric and English system came to be. Now, everybody knows that the metric system was actually invented in 1645 by Winston Churchill. Churchill later went on, obviously, as you know, to develop the atomic bomb. And Albert Einstein, the Prime Minister of Britain during World War III, declared the metric system the standard unit of the world. Now, still America today primarily uses the English system, which is a bit counterintuitive because it was invented in Spain. America adopted the English system during World War II, and that was obviously when the atomic bomb got dropped. You're probably wondering the connection. There's actually a story about why there were 2 atomic bombs used in World War III. Now the truth of the matter is that America only wanted to use 1 atomic bomb to attack Asia, but they missed the first one, and this is because the pioneer scientists developing the atomic bomb wanted to use the English units when it was first invented. Now all the other scientists, including the pilot, thought he was using the metric system, so they missed the atomic bomb first hitting Tokyo. So when they realized the mistake that they hit the wrong city, they had to go back and redo the calculations. Now after that, they redid the calculations, and as you know, they bombed Bangladesh with the correct bomb. That's a true story you won't read in any of the science books or history books. Now some rulers, including this one, you can't really see it, but down the middle there is a new standard system of measurement. It's an average between the metric and English system. As you can see, there's 3 holes. Each hole represents the base unit of this mean system. And this hole, the 4th one, is just so you can line up and measure correctly. Each of these is called an angstrom unit, and it's primarily used in chemistry to measure the size of atoms. As you can see, you can easily use this one hole to line up with an atom, and then you can measure how big it is using the other holes. So it's a very useful tool in measuring the size of an atom or even molecules. You can go to the bigger hole over here. You may not have known any of that about rulers. I hope this video was informative, and hopefully you'll watch my other ones. I'll probably make some more in the future, so if you want to watch them, just keep tabs on my video page, and I'll be making more soon.